Grind is out to see the song. We'll be making these tunes until the weed is gone. We sonic boom, keep the metaphor going. From the farm to the lab, but you already know it. Another season from the seed to the bong. It's a never-ending cycle, so we never stop growing. Check the style, y'all, I've never been a clone. Cali dad, I got a style on my own. I live in the forest, no shortage on trees. Got a jar in every drawer full of foliage. OG, cooling with my homies on a Saturday. Up in the studio, no matter what the forecast. Gotta let the angels out, don't listen to iconoclast. Put on the boombox, turn up the speakers blast. Flip the backyard.
All right, let's get into it. Back with another video. Pride Nation, got to talk about what Brad Holmes did yesterday, because nobody knew that Brad was going to pull this off, but we did know that Brad met up with DJ Wonnum yesterday. They probably, well, not probably, they did work him out, and they decided not to let that dude leave town. You know, when you're seeing the money that DJ Wonnum is getting, you question yourself a little bit and say, you know, why couldn't we just bring back Al-Qadim Muhammad for the same price? Because it looks like Al-Qadim is playing for the same amount of money with the Bucks, but that's neither here nor there. The biggest thing is that the Lions did get an edge rusher, and it's not somebody that, you know, we're familiar with when it comes to being out there on that gridiron. But the dude does have a solid career, and he's a very durable player, and that's something that the Lions need. I think in his career he only missed a few games, like I think in I'm trying to think. The year before last, he missed a few games, and you know, it's all good. It's all to the good. But you know, this dude stands at about 6'5", 260 pounds, and it just seems like, for the record, that the Detroit Lions love to get the bigger edge. They don't like the smaller edge as much, even though Al-Qadim Muhammad was a little bit smaller, 6'3", but you know, Al-Qadim Muhammad was definitely in shape. To me, if you can ball, you can ball. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? If you can ball, you can ball. You know, whether you 6'5", you know, or, you know, you got the long arms, or you're 6'3" and you're a little bit more stockier, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? If you can ball, you can ball. But, you know, it's the prerogative of the Lions. You know, they can do whatever they want to do. But definitely, man, one thing I can say about him is that in 2024, he played only 8 games. So most of his career, I see this dude playing majority of the football games. And that is a beautiful thing if you are a Detroit Lion fan, because normally these guys that we bring onto the squad, they get injured a lot. Just put it that way. These guys are injured a lot, and they're not healthy guys. And maybe that's what Brad Holmes is doing. He wants to try to go away from grabbing all these injury-prone players and grabbing some guys that are going to be durable, because I think that's what the Lions truly need. Now, at the end of the day, you know, this dude has a career of 30 sacks, so he can get to the quarterback. His best 2 seasons getting to the quarterback was in 2021 and also 2023. He had 8 sacks in both of those seasons, so he can get to the quarterback. So, you know, I'm not going to say the dude is a scrub or anything like that. You know, it's just not a guy that, you know, we would thought that the Lions would have went after, you know. And I guess it's going to be beneficial to the Lions. They'll be able to keep their draft picks instead of having to pay all those draft picks up to grab somebody like Max Crosby, because I know that's all we've been talking about is grabbing. But we know that Max Crosby is a dog. The only reason why we're saying what we're saying is because we know that he's going to make an impact on the team. The only reason why we've been on Brad Holmes' butt is because we want another impact player. And we're not saying that the guy has to be Aiden Hutchinson, but he has to kind of do what Al-Qadim Muhammad did this season, able to help out, not allow Hutch to have to make every single play out on the field. You know what I'm saying? This dude is going to get burned out. If this dude Hutch is playing 90 snaps, 90-plus snaps every season, we're going to burn this dude out. So we got to be able to have another guy that can get out to the quarterback as well. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm wishing the best for DJ Wonnum, that he'll stay healthy. And that not only will he stay healthy, but will he produce on the football field? Because at the end of the day, that's truly what you're looking for in Detroit. You're looking for a guy that can get out to the quarterback. But not only that, because the Lions, they have the defense where they only think about stopping the run first. to me, that's not my mentality. My mentality is to stop the run and get to the quarterback. My mentality is not just, we're just going to be a good run stopping team. No, we want to stop the quarterback too. We want to be able to rattle his cage and be able to sack the quarterback. That's just my mentality. Now, the Lions have the mentality of we just want to stop the run. We want to make sure that the other football team is not able to run the football down our throat. But with me, I'm a little bit different, man. I want to stop the run and I want to rattle the cage of the quarterback. I want to sack the quarterback. So hopefully, man, DJ Wonnum will be able to get to the quarterback because he could end up very well being the starter for the Detroit Lions, especially they gave him a 1-year deal, incentives up to $6 million. He could start off as that number 2 edge, or it would be a battle with the other edge. If the Lions draft another edge, maybe it may be a battle with that guy. We don't know. But right now, heading into this thing, it looks like Wonnum would be the number 2 guy. And definitely, if I'm the Detroit Lions, I'm drafting an edge this year. You have to draft an edge. And to me, the Lions owe it to themselves to draft an edge early, maybe in the first or the second round. But I definitely think that they're going to go with a tackle in the first round, which I'm not going to be mad at that. If they go and grab a tackle in the first round, I'm cool with that because this is something that the team needs. And you know that the tackle that they're going to grab is going to be the replacement for Taylor Decker. So if the Lions decide to move Penei Sewell over to the left tackle, I don't got a problem with that either because Penei Sewell is the best tackle on our team. So I don't got a problem with that. I just want to make sure that, man, that we are better defensively, man. That's the biggest thing, man, that I want to see for the Lions. I want to get better defensively. Brad Holmes continues to worry about the offense and making sure that Jared Goff has everything to be upright and making sure that he's successful. But why not make sure that we got one of the best defenses in the league as well? Why not get Aiden Hutchinson that help that I've been pounding the table for years, talking about the edge? Gotta have an edge. And I'm not the only one that's been talking about the edge position. It's been a lot of Detroit content creators know that we need an edge and talk about that we need an edge and stuff like that. We know that this is the hole that we have on our team. This is the weakest link, this position right here. This is the reason why the edge position get paid so much money, is because the edges are important. When you can get to the quarterback and you can stop the run, this is the reason why these guys get paid hella money. So, man, I'm definitely wishing that Wonnum definitely works out, and then the guy that we draft works out as well. Brad Holmes is going to have a superb draft this season. He's going to have a really, really good draft this season in 2026 because a lot of guys he missed on, but then there is a lot of guys that he has hit on as well. But the edge position, outside of Aiden Hutchinson, we haven't really hit on that other guy yet. And this is definitely what I'm hoping for, man, out of this draft, that we'll be able to get another guy, especially if we don't bring back Wonnum back after this one season. The other guy is ready to go and ready to fill in and start and be productive. So to me, when I'm looking in the draft, I'm looking for guys that can produce. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not just looking for any edge. I want a guy that can produce out on the football field, a guy that can get to the quarterback, a guy that can contain the outside, stop the run, but also be able to get to the quarterback. That's what we need. We don't just need somebody stopping the run. That's what we got our defensive tackles is supposed to be doing, stopping the run. So, I know that the Lions like to go to, we just want to stop the run. But no, you don't want to stop the run. You want to be able to get to the quarterback as well. You want to cause havoc. The last couple of teams that won the Super Bowl have won with defense. They have annihilated the other team. Being able to get to the quarterback is so, so important in the National Football League. And if the Lions can get to the quarterback and cause havoc and stop the run, this is going to be a better football team in 2026. But if Brad Holmes doesn't fix this defense and get this defense to where it needs to be, then, hey, all fingers are going to be pointing at him. because he had the opportunity to go out and get some impact players, and he decided to roll with these younger guys. So we'll see how it go. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.